三幕。
Grace, I'm sorry. I know what Freddie meant to you.
私だったはずでしょ。確かに。俺を狙ってたのに。
It should have been me, not her. This was my fight, my problem. I'm already slated to die if anyone paid the price.
And repeat history? Would you rather have died there, passing your eidolon onto Freddie instead? Freddie gave you a chance. Grace,
でもこんなのやだよ。
is that what happened to Calliope? Was she attacked by the Furies as you were?
Yeah.
あ、そうなの
She
かやっ
meant
ぱ
to
り。
use the mirror, but she never had the chance before.
あ、じゃあ、あいつらにやられたのか。
Before they came.
The Furies. Sent by the same person, I imagine.
じゃあその復讐の三女神を呼んだやつが犯人ってことだな。フレディ、でも俺の大親友が呆然自失だ。指示できぬ誰？それさえ分かればな。
Who could send the Furies
あ
after
んま
me?
数多くないんじゃ
Even
ない？
Hecate had no idea who possessed that kind of power.
Even in our prime, none of the idols had the Furies at our beck and call. Perhaps Zeus, but he's long gone. I honestly didn't know the Furies still existed.
Clearly someone can do it.
I mean, unless they weren't sent, unless they were responding to something else, something you'd done unwittingly. I'm
なん
sorry,
だ？
I'm afraid your guess is as good as mine.
復讐の三女神についてもうちょっと詳しく知りたいかな。
What are the Furies? They didn't seem like people.
They're not. Hecate called them embodiments of retribution, and I suppose that's the best description.
やっぱ人間じゃないのか。
Well, the time before my memory. I was once told they were created to enforce the most ancient laws.
一番古い
There are
掟。
ancient laws now?
Decrees one couldn't break, written in blood. Laws even idols abided by in the days of old Olympus.
何それ？
But those surely died with Zeus. Even if they hadn't, you can't have broken any. They're not easy to overlook.
その掟は何なんだ？復讐の三女神はどうして急に立ち去ったの？誰でもよかったの？それともこれが目的だったの？グレースに復讐するために一番グレースが悲しむであろう親友を殺したということ？
If the Furies are so powerful, why did they stop? They just stabbed Freddie and left.
They're not assassins, Grace. They're enforcers of the old laws. I imagine they decided the debt was paid, whatever it was, when blood was spilled. The blood didn't have to be yours.
誰でもよか
So
ったのかよ。
if Freddie hadn't interfered.
Then they would have come after you. And they wouldn't have stopped until they were through. Not ever.
怖っ。カリオペは何をしようとしてたの？アポロに聞いて
I
も
know
な。
Calliope was there to use the mirror. But it was just feeling. I don't...
何の鏡だったんだろう、あれは。
Well, apparently she wanted to speak to the fates.
Yeah, okay, but why?
The fates are primordial beings, like the Furies. They're said to control destiny. Perhaps Calliope wished to know her destiny. Or change it. I'm not sure.
その自分の運命を何とかしたかったのかな。そんな強いの運命の三女神って。
Can these fates really control the future?
They're tied into fate, as I am. Perhaps they're even where my power stems from, or how Hecate's books are written.
So someone really didn't want Calliope messing with that.
Or you, apparently.
Could it have been the Fates? Maybe they don't like being called on now for anything.
I doubt it. If they didn't want to answer the mayor, I'm certain they simply wouldn't.
わかんない、ここまで来て。もっと情報があれば。
I don't know what to do. We still have no idea why Calliope wanted to talk to the Fates.
お、
Why not ask
ペ
them?
ルセボネ。
You too have caused quite the stir. Hecate is beside herself, and Athena is out of her mind. Well done.
え、どういうこと？
How long have you been listening?
Long enough to know that you need another way to speak to the Fates, unless you're planning on trying the reliquary again.
No.
ヘカテも錯乱状態な
Not a
の？
chance.
あいつが？
We'll find the truth on our own, Persephone.
If you sent Grace to wander about looking for Calliope's memories, you're already out of options.
喧嘩やめろ。どうしてここに？
Why are you here, Persephone? You made it clear you didn't want to help me.
Oh, she doesn't. What she wants is to help herself.
やめろやめろ。
May I explain it to Grace, or do you have another option, Apollo? If so, now's the time. I thought not. The Fates will respond to the ruler of Hades, the true underworld and realm of the dead. What I propose is that we go there and take back the throne that was stripped from me.
奪還。その王座、なんか話がめちゃくちゃ壮大になってきたな。まあ、神も何も出てるから壮大も何もないか。私らで冥界ぶっ潰せんの？そんな話なの？
Is that something we can do? Just go to the land of the dead and overthrow it?
Truth be told, there isn't much to overthrow. Few mortals still believe in Hades, and thus its halls have been nearly empty for eons.
So how do you...
どうやっ
The
て？
throne itself is the key, both symbolically and literally. Claim it, and Hades
あ、
is
そんな簡
yours.
単に？
But you can't claim it because you're barred from Hades.
By a rule that we would need to break were we to do this, yes.
破っていいのかい？掟破ることになる。いや、いいの？そんな。
So if we go to Hades and find your throne, how much trouble would that get us into exactly?
A great deal.
It's not as if Athena could execute Grace a second time.
But she's already been warned about breaking more rules.
The responsibility of this will be mine. Let Athena try to take my throne again.
どういうこと？でもとりあえずメーカーに行ってその王座欲しいですって言えばいいってこと？まあ、戦うとかってんじゃないならできそうだけど他に方法ないの？
Is there really no other way to talk to these fates? Do we have to take the nuclear option?
Do you want to try going back to the reliquary?
No. No, hell no.
The only other person with a direct connection to the Fates is Apollo here.
You know it doesn't work like that.
Then it's the throne or nothing, isn't it?
なるほど。その王座ってどうやって見つけるの？
How do we get to Hades? Do we need a key like the reliquary?
Athena took my key, and the entrance at Lake Avernus was sealed long ago, which leaves only
あ、
Hermes.
ヘルメスか。
They won't take you.
They might, if you ask them to. So your promise to help Grace was an empty one? Step up, for once, and do what she needs you to do. Get us there. I'll lead us to the throne, and Grace can speak with the Fates. It's simple.
まあ確かにシンプルだね。最初からそれが狙いだったの？
Is Apollo right? Is this something you planned all along, Persephone?
Meaning what? What, that I knew what would occur at the reliquary? Perhaps you think I'm the one who unleashed the Furies upon you.
そこまで言ってないけ
Waited
ど。
for this opportunity for over a century.
Waited, yes. Bided my time.
あ、あれそうなの？
And the moment has arrived.
But you came here to help, right?
And I came here to help.
Was another crazy plan, right?
Grace,
I know, but there's no point in stopping now, is there?
I can't. I'm sorry, but this is a step too far.
And consider this, Apollo. Grace's mortal friend was slain by the Furies. According to the old laws.
Her soul is in Hades.
冥界、そうだよね。まあ死者の世界に。グレースグレースじゃねえわ。やばい、こんからって。フレディね。フレディが亡くなってしまったから、まあ、必然的に死者の世界、冥界に行くわけだもんな。でもそれって別に呼び戻せるとかってわけじゃないよね。どれ選べばいいんだこれ。冥界って空っぽじゃなかったの？機能はしてんの？
Wait, what? You said Hades was empty.
Your friend may, in fact, be the first new soul to enter its halls in
そうなん
many
だ。
years.
And thus could leave it.
え
Fine. I'll get you into Hades. But I'm not going with you.
If that's what you prefer, by all means.
Let's find Hermes. And get this over with.
ワンチャン生き返らせられんのか？じゃあ行くしかないな。あ、普通にいる
Shall
わ。
I wait here, or...?
No. I'm not gonna lie to them. Hermes has always treated me fairly.
Oh, hey, if it isn't Apollo and Grace and, Persephone. Wow.
そっか。ヘルメス、
okay,
ペルセポンのことはあんま
I'm
好きじゃないん
afraid
だ
I
よ。
have to call in that favor. I need you to take Grace and Persephone to Hades.
Oh, man, I don't know. Athena specifically said I wasn't supposed to take anyone, you know? No matter what.
Oh, this is pointless. They're never gonna help us, Apollo.
Can I ask what's going on? Nobody ever tells me anything, and you want me to get in huge trouble, but for what?
どうしよっかな。うわぁ。全部あれだ。スタンスによって選べるやつだ。フレディを助けるためだ。今は自分のことよりこれだな。
Freddy's dead, Hermes.
What? When did that happen?
She was killed by the Furies. That means she's in Hades. Probably. I have to try to find her there. You're her friend too. I know you wouldn't want to abandon her.
Okay.
おお、マジかよ。そんなとこに。
Signal when you need to come back.
車のバンカーに。
You sure?
Yeah, feels like the right thing.
おお、ヘルメス。
And remember, the underworld doesn't give up its shades without a price.
大か。
I think I can tell her the rules, Apollo.
いや、その掟をまず教えてくれよ。行く前に。なんで行ってから教えんの？もう来ちまったのでもう。なんか笑ってる。
Welcome to the real underworld.
Wow.
うわぁ。冥界って感じだ。
It feels so empty. So lonely.
It's not completely empty. Neither is the throne, for that matter.
ペルセポネは王座を取り
Bitter
戻したいだけな
shade
の。
named Orpheus has been squatting on it since my exile. I fully expect he'll be
Orpheus.
waiting for us.
どうして話してくれなかったの？
You didn't think to mention earlier that the throne was occupied?
Because it's irrelevant. Orpheus isn't an idol. He's just an angry little man clinging to an existence that doesn't want him any longer.
And what are we supposed to do? Organize an armed resistance? Challenge him to a duel?
で
That's what
も
you're
居座っ
here
てんでしょ？
for.
I'm gonna fight him?
Oh, you'll see.
ちゃんと話してくれよ。オルフェウスって誰？
Who is this Orpheus? The name sounds familiar.
It should. His is a popular tale among mortals regarding how he once came to the underworld to retrieve his love, Eurydice, and left with nothing. Hades tricked him, you see, and with Hades dead, the blame has evidently fallen to me.
So he's not a fan of yours.
He is not a fan, no. Not that it matters.
だから俺がやるってこと？仲良くやればいいよ。
Okay, so there's an angry ghost sitting on your throne. Anything else about this trip you've neglected to mention?
この際だから全部話してくれよ。
Come. It's time to cross the sticks.
何も言ってくんねえ。そっちへ？どうした？
The ferryman will come soon.
私も
As we are not dead, you will need to convince him you are worthy of passage. State your case clearly and with determination.
おお。うお、でけえ。今までがビルの中とかだったから、
I am Persephone,
ここまで
also
神々
known
の
as
世界っぽいの
Despoina
は
and Kore
初だよな。
Sotiera, once queen of the underworld, and shall be again. No,
何？
Corone, I did not bring you any cards. I am not here to entertain you.
やべえ、わかんねえ。通訳頼むわ。私はフレディを助けるために来たわ。
My name is Grace, and I'm here to save my friend Freddie. Have you seen her?
He says he has.
あ、
She
あっ
spoke
た
a
んだ。
great deal as they crossed the river,
嬉しかった。
and that made him very
なんだ
happy.
嬉しいって。
Happy? Why happy?
I don't imagine Corone gets much company these days, Grace.
ああ、久々の来客だからってこと。
No, no, she didn't. Neither of us brought games to play with you, Corone. Stop asking.
暇だったのかな？なんか遊ぶもの見つけてあげるから。
Oh, I'm sure we can come up with something to amuse him.
なんか喜んでる。
See?
独特。
You don't even need to interpret that for me.
Yes, what fun. Thank you for encouraging him.
なんだ、オカマっぽい感じなの？
Let's get underway, Corone. It's a long ride to the throne room.
おい。決して人間ではない奴ら。ペルセポネは本当は何が目的なんだろうな。ん？あの仮面つけてんのは死者なのかな。怖い怖い怖い。
Way too much for you. Overload you. Blow a fuse. Every story. Every memory.
あ、物語と記憶が詰まってる川なの。だから触れたら流れ込んでくると。
Swallow the anger, tears in my eyes. Then suddenly I was found alone. I destroyed Hades, but was denied his throne.
なんで？
Really is dead here, isn't it?
Everything here is fading away.
なんで倒したのに手に入れられなかったんだろう。
We're here for Freddie, too.
あんたのせいじゃない
I
よ。
killed the king fair and square. They had no right to take it from me.
It wasn't your fault. There was no right or wrong. It wasn't your fault. You didn't belong. If my life was stolen, I wouldn't know where to turn. Candle isn't finished. It's a slow burn.
あれこれヘファイストスじゃねあ、これがオルフェウスか。
There's music floating through. Someone's coming.
自分を歌い出している冷静に解析するの面白い。
Visitors. I think we all know what to do. To the throne room. This bard's about to meet a muse.
あ、銀融詩人なんだ。
There's someone singing with us.
That
オ
would
ル
be
フェウスのことに集中する。
Is he a muse?
Oh, he's so much more than that.
Someone's
You
coming.
better be ready.
A wolf is waiting in the
He's a
tomb.
master of his
Someone's
craft.
coming.
We have to take
I
back
can feel them howling.
結構距離あると思うんだけど息ぴったりだな。
There's a name here
I won't forget,
that reeks
but you
of
can bet he knows
enemy.
someone's coming.
It's about time.
こいつがオルフェウス。
Orpheus, I've been. What happened to the music?
あれ止まっちゃった。おお、
I have been waiting for you, Persephone, for so long.
お前が弾くのか。
And you brought a muse. Hi. Lovely tune, by the way.
ありがと
Can't remember the last time I collaborated with someone so talented. No offense, Benny. Welcome to my underworld. Let me treat you to a song, a welcome gift. I have the floor. It is mine, after all.
う。何？
Muse. Any requests?
フレディを見つけるのに手を貸してくれるか。
Questions?
今はフレディを見つけたいんだ。
My friend is dead. Can you help me?
Loop. The river keeps secrets deep in the water. How far do you sink till you're buried below? I challenged the fates and found my Eurydice, but you had to kill her, and I won't let it go.
ペルセポネだよね。
Wrong person.
え、俺
It wasn't your fault. How are you to react? It wasn't your fault. Now there's no turning
こいつが弾いてんのか。
back. If my love was taken, I wouldn't know where to turn. Your candle isn't finished. It's a slow burn.
This tete-a-tete is over. If he's the victim, what am I?
Queen,
No.
let's not lose our composure. The muse understands.
Well, I won't
ペルセポネの言い分を。
comply. I'd rather die. The throne was stolen. After I murdered the king, you should be grateful and thank me for everything. And yet you scream
そのキョトンとした顔なんな
like
の
a boy. You kick the ground. I was a slave.
Eurydice is gone because you did nothing.
Orpheus, there was nothing I could do.
I saw your whispers, poison behind
なだめよ
your king.
Wasn't me.
If I cannot have my revenge, you're the next best thing.
His bark is louder than anyone's bite, and he's no match for your godly might.
You're right. Killing is so unbecoming.
That's never stopped you before.
I did what
いやいやいや、翻訳されてない。
As do I, my
ペルセポネの話を。
As do I.
It wasn't your fault. You were never to blame. Hades was a monster. We were a part of his game. Orpheus, where's your fire? When will the music return?
The candle isn't finished. It's a slow burn.
It's a slow burn.
It's a slow burn.
二人とも先に進むべきだ。どっちかというよりは。分かっちゃえば。
You both exist somewhere on the border between real and imagined. The living
翻訳抜けがだいぶ多くなってきてない？
So how can this place be everything you dreamed of? You both deserve more. You must let it go.
終わった。
We have been fools.
You're right. Yet, what about the throne? We can't just leave it empty, can we?
あ、王座を破壊する。ああ、赤選んでれば自分で王座につくことができたんだね。まあでも破壊しよっかな。こんなクソみたいなもんは。
All that going around in circles, digging up old wounds, and for what? So you can fight over a chair.
おう。すげえ。
There.
You dare.
そんな能力あったの？
What gives you the right to interfere in this manner? That throne was not yours to break.
ごめん。
I'm sorry, it just... it felt like the
謝
right
っ
thing
て
to
済む
do.
ことかこれ。
Oh, Grace, you are infuriating. Is there a voice in your head that tells you to make decisions for everyone else?
There really isn't even a small part of you that knows this had to happen.
Knows what? I should toss aside something I paid for, bought with the blood of my husband? So what's your plan now, Grace? I assume you must have one after that big demonstration.
お、考えなんてない。でも青いの選んでみたいな。フレディ探したいけど。
My plan? It's exactly the same as it was before.
You've lost me.
Come on, Persephone. Do you really expect me to believe you just showed up at my apartment eager to help? You wanted to do this, but you couldn't. You needed to convince me, to convince Apollo, to convince Hermes to help you. And for that, you'd say anything, right? You'd tell us there was a way to contact the fates.
Which there never was. You're correct.
方法なかったのか。
And Freddie?
If the throne alone could bring somebody back from the dead, surely even Orpheus would have figured it out.
嘘ついたんかい。もっと早く気づけばよかったよ。
I should have realized it sooner, before we ever came here. I guess neither of us is as smart as we think we are.
And neither of us will get what we want today.
As opposed to your original plan, where that would have only been me.
At the very least, I had hoped we might find your friend's spirit.
Why? We can't bring her back.
Not without great sacrifice, no. No, the rules of death are clear. Yet, you might have spoken to her. I know what it's like not to get the chance to say goodbye.
それぐらいは言えた方が良かったってこと？お？お！フレディ。あ、触れられる。
Freddie, you're here.
フレディだね。
Yeah, I've actually been watching you since you arrived. It's not like there's much else going on.
お前そんな緑になっちまって。
No, don't even start, Grace. I made my decision. I don't regret it one bit.
お前どこまでいいやつなんだよ。やり直したいぐらいだ本当に。巻き込むんじゃなかった。
You shouldn't even have been there. I never should have gotten you involved.
Hey, no. You didn't get me involved. I got myself involved.
And look what happened.
I got to be the hero of the story. Just for one shining moment. How cool is that?
This isn't a story, Fred.
Huh? You're wrong. It is a story. And you need to finish it. Without me.
フレディ。
Hey, no.
I guess this is it, huh?
Almost. I found someone while I was down here.
え？
Someone you really need
お、
to
カリオペ。本人がいたんだまだ。直接話聞けんならまだ。
Calliope? You can't be real. Your soul is inside Grace.
My
Idols don't...
eidolon is inside Grace. The rest of me,
残り
I'm here, Persephone.
This is real.
じゃあグレースの中のどういうことだグレースの中のその幻影っていうのは別に魂ではなくて、魂はこのメーカーに来たってこと。まあいいか。今いるしね。やっと話聞けそうだしな。まだその魂のことで混乱してるんでまさにその通りだわ。
I don't get it. I thought the Eidolon was Calliope's soul. But if that's true, then...
The eidolon is what makes us an idol, but
幻影、やっぱそうなんだ。幻影は魂じゃないんだね。
each of us adds a piece to it as it passes
ほ
on.
んの少しの魂。
But what about the memories?
The memories are but a reflection. And after the eidolon is passed on,
古い記憶は影を
old
反映する
memories
影。
become a reflection
どういう
of
こと
a
だ？
reflection. That's why the idols have forgotten so much. You knew this truth once, Persephone. Long ago.
じゃあただの友達だったってわけじゃないんだね。
I guess you
ね
two
え、
were
全
better
然
acquainted than you
2年
said.
話してなかったとは思えないけど。
Persephone?
We parted ways years ago. Persephone couldn't take my lectures any longer.
I'd take them now. I miss them.
No, you don't. Think about how bitterly we argued at the end. Don't blame yourself. Not when there are so many fond memories to cherish instead.
何があったか話してくれ。
We need to know what happened to you,
あん
Calliope.
たから話聞ければ万事解決なんだが。
Why didn't you come to me? If you were in trouble, I would have protected you.
I know you would have. But I couldn't let you be drawn into Apollo's prophecy as well.
アポロの予言？
Apollo's prophecy?
He didn't tell you? No. I don't suppose he could have. It's a long story.
分かってると思う。なんだろう、また俺に分からないことがグレースには分かってるようです。
You don't mean to say that Apollo is responsible for your death, right? But his prophecy is.
Yes. It said I needed to die.
Someone else knew about the prophecy. Athena.
やっぱアテナか。
Then she sent the Furies after me when I went to the reliquary. I barely escaped. I fled back to the mortal world. To you.
なんで俺なんだ？
Why come to me? Of all the places you could have run to, why come to my apartment?
Because I was dying.
But I couldn't save you.
俺に救えるとで
I
も。
barely even knew you.
I was wandering the streets that night, wondering if I should go to the reliquary or just flee. And I heard you singing. I followed you home after to see where you lived. I didn't know what would happen to me, but I thought, just in case, I knew I had to hold out until I reached you.
ありがとうはなんか違う気がするけど、でも責めたくもないな。あんたのせいなんかじゃないよ。まあいろいろあったけど。
I don't blame you, in case you're wondering.
You don't?
You didn't ask for all this to happen. You did the best you could, Calliope.
Thank you for saying that, Grace. Truly.
予言について教えてくれ。内容が気になるな。
Apollo hates using his power. Why would he have given a prophecy to Athena?
Because she demanded it. She was desperate.
How did you even find out?
Apollo was horrified after he delivered the prophecy, and he refused to stay silent. And he came to warn me. He was torn. Telling me meant I was locked into it. I still think he did the right thing. Though I expect he disagrees.
予言は何て言ってるんだ。内容を教えてくれ。
What was the prophecy? Surely I need to hear it.
If I tell you, you'll be locked into it, just like me.
But the prophecy doesn't just say you have to die. There's more to it, right? They always require interpretation.
Apollo told Athena that. He begged her not to jump to conclusions, but maybe she was right.
どういうこと？私にも関係あるの？
It doesn't just involve you, does it? It involves me. It must, or you wouldn't hesitate.
そうなの？
Athena wanted to know if there was a way to save the idols.
アイドルを持ってんのは本当っぽかったからな。
The idols cannot continue so long as the last muse lives.
And I'm the last muse.
And now you know the prophecy.
どうして成長に行ったの？確かに気になるけど。じゃあ、アテナはどうやっても俺を殺しに来るじゃん。その予言通りに従うなら。成長に行ったの。
Why did you go to the reliquary? We know about the mirror, but...
You wanted to annul the prophecy.
And the Fates are the only ones who could. If they would even
あ、
help
そうなん
me.
だ。そんな予言取り消
I
せる存
doubted
在がいる
it,
んだ。
but I was desperate. I never got the chance to ask. Someone told Athena where I was going, and she must have realized what I meant to do.
But how did she get the Furies to attack you? They aren't pets. You didn't break any of the old laws.
I don't know. Maybe it's something the ruler of the idols can do. But you'd have to ask
どうやった
Athena.
かはわかんないが、でもこれもアテナ犯人でほぼ確定だろう。鍵をもらいにパンのところへ。確かに行ったね。
You went to Pan for the key to the reliquary, right?
Yes. He's the reason I knew about Nyx's mirror, actually. He told me about it long ago.
He told Medusa where you went. She, I expect, told Athena.
Oh, Pan couldn't have known what it would mean. I didn't explain.
まあ
That's
それは本
it.
人も言ってたね。
You forgive him, just like that.
I'm sure he feels guilty enough, my love.
まあそうアポロのせいにはしたけど、でもアポロ確かに話してくれなかったからな。アテナのせいってことなんじゃないのこれ。これで真実がはっきりしたね。
That's it then. Now we know the whole truth.
We need to confront Athena. Apollo, too, for not telling us what she'd done.
If he had, Grace would have been locked into the same fate as Calliope.
We don't know that.
えどうしたなんだこれはフェアじゃない。これで終わりだね。で、どうするなんだどれやればいいんだでも、アテナに挑むしかないんだよね。フェアじゃないってなんだで、どうする
I have to go back. And I have no idea what will happen. None of this seems real.
So many years of history, the fights, the highs, the miseries. I'm so proud of you, but it's time to go. I never truly saw before how trapped we were, so far from shore. Great at the time, but it's time to go.
ああ、もう死者は行ってしまう時なのか。あんたがいない世界を想像できないよ、フレディ。今までずっと一緒にいたじゃないか。
just bright and clear. Listen to me when I say, whatever path from which you think you strayed, you will find your way. But it's time to go. It's time
旅立たせるしかないな。英語読めねえから。
It's time to go.
レディー。
It was quick and so
ありがとう。
was I was not prepared to die, but grace, I choose this, and I know you'll get by. It's time. So many years of history, the fights, the highs, the miseries. I'm so proud, Grace.
Freddie, I gave everything to watch you go. I know.
Now it's time to go.
It's time to go.
いや、後悔してないって言ってくれたことは本当に良かったな。それだけが救いかも。
You've returned. And I see Freddie isn't with you. I'm so sorry, Grace. Did you at least get to speak to the Fates?
No.
Then what happened?
アポロ。カリオペを見つけたよ。嘘ついてたな、アポロ。
Then we found Calliope.
Calliope, but her eidolon is inside you. How
It
could...
doesn't work like that. The eidolon is only a part of an idol. The rest just...
Calliope told us what happened. The prophecy, how you warned her, how you've been lying to us. You knew. You knew the truth this entire time, even when you said you were helping Grace.
Yes. Yes, I did.
すべて話してほしいな。まだ予言の内容言われたけど、とりあえず話してくれ、あんたの口から。
Is there more you haven't told me? Did you know about the Furies as well?
No. I didn't know how Calliope died.
But you knew Athena was behind it.
I thought I could nudge you in the right direction. Help you find the truth without learning about the prophecy.
Well, you failed. We know it now.
Then it's done. You're locked into it.
Isn't the prophecy open to interpretation? Couldn't you be wrong about how it ends?
When am I not wrong, Grace?
That's right. Leave. It's what you're best at.
ペルセポネ。そんな煽んなよ。もうちょっと
I don't know
話
how
を。
this will affect your trial. We could tell them what we've learned. Even without proof, it makes enough sense that Athena couldn't just brush it off. But if she believes you need to die in order to save the idols, if she truly believes that, it won't matter what anyone says.
いや、救うために俺をどうやっても殺す気なんじゃないの？青いやつ気になるな。取引すればいいじゃない。取引って何の？
Does there still need to be a trial? If we go to Athena privately, maybe we could work out some kind of deal.
She won't make a deal. All that will afford her is a chance to kill you before the trial.
まあそうだよな。
She tried that once already.
And your friend died as a result. No. No, it's a clever thought, but Athena needs to be challenged in front of everyone. When you go to the trial, I'll back your play, up to and including overthrowing Athena.
え、いい
Calliope
の
would
ペルセポネ
approve.
は。
But what about...
Just so you understand, Our chances aren't good. I suggest you do whatever necessary to prepare.
ペルセポネは加担してくれそうだな。まあでもやるしかないよな。そうだね、フレディのためにも。終わらせなきゃな。裁判が始まる前に誰かと話をする最後のチャンス。もう7日目来ちゃったな。はい、ということで、今回はここまで。じゃあいよいよ、次回というのが裁判の日ですね。じゃあ、ありがとうございました。